Thank you, dear viewers, for watching the Campus Media. I'm Sharon Mubel, and I'm back again with the Campus Live. Today with me, I'm having someone very important, a senior journalist, a mentor, a reporter from UBC TV, a news anchor, a businessman, and a gospel artist, Wadulo Mark Arnold. Thank you for being on the Campus Media, Wadulo Mark Arnold.
Thank you, Sharon. How are you?
I'm okay. You're welcome on the Campus Live. I would like you to tell us more about how your life was at campus and which campus did you go to, first of all?
Okay. Thank you, dear viewers. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold, like Sharon has introduced me. I went to Uganda Christian University in Mukono.
That's good.
Yes, and it was 2012 when I joined.
Wow.
For my first year and graduated in 2015. Yes, and my life at campus was quite unique, though I think I must say that's the way campus is supposed to be. It kind of gives you that feeling that is unique from everybody else.
Yeah.
I don't think everybody experiences the same experience. Everybody goes through their own unique set of challenges and opportunities, and so yes, I think I can say mine was unique, and depending on how the questions go.
And then how was it unique? Was it challenging, or did you have that simple life, in terms of provision, performances, and your way of living?
All right, I must say campus for me was experiential.
Okay.
Experiential, I mean that campus came at a time when we were not financially, up there, as you can say, because my mother struggled to pay tuition all through the first year, second year, and third year.
Yes.
We were the kinds of people that used to take our land title to a money lender just to enable me pass through, every semester. I'm talking about loan after loan after loan after loan after loan till third year.
Okay.
Yeah. And I must say thank you very much, Mommy, for what you did. It's a very, very humbling thing that I was inspired to do that for my children, because she did it for me. But taking you to the experience of campus itself. Campus was so experiential in that because I grew up in a privileged kind of lifestyle. We were quite wealthy, but somehow life changed and everything just disappeared.
Oh, that's so
all
bad.
Of a sudden. No, it wasn't so bad.
No, like having that good life, then after you have to go.
No, it won't be so bad, because later on you realize that that's the reason I am the person I am today.
Yes.
I feel like if that phase was not included in my life, I wouldn't be the person I am today. Campus actually humbled me down to appreciate life for what it is.
So with what you experienced at campus, it wasn't easy in terms of tuition, the way of living. How did you manage to drop out of school?
I'll tell you this one, it has been God at the center of it all. I always tell people, some believe, some don't, but those who know, and those who believe in God know what I mean. In that it wasn't hard, despite the fact that there was luck. Okay?
Yes.
Because God provided just enough for me to pass through every year. Okay? And I'm the kind of person, when I entered university, I felt it inside me, the need not only to excel at academics, but also excel with my social life.
Wow.
So what did I do? I made sure that I made as many good friends as possible. And while I was at Uganda Christian University, for those of you that know, I initiated Cypher Session Uganda. Wow. Cypher Session was a creative arts movement that brought together creative artists,
that's beautiful.
musicians, poets, rappers.
So that's where the history comes from of being a
Yes.
gospel artist.
Guitarists, yeah. Gospel artists, no, because at that time I was not really doing gospel music.
Oh.
Yes. I was doing, I was a rapper. I am a rapper, actually. I'm a musician.
Wow.
And I brought together, I used that energy I had that God put in me to, attract like minds, talented people. So Cypher Session as a movement grew, it inspired people, and I feel like it made a difference in campus. And when you're to think about my life after campus, it's kind of hinged on those foundations, that despite the fact that I was the kind of person that went to lectures, I was attentive. That's actually one of the most, I didn't really do so much reading.
Oh.
Yeah, I just made sure I attend lectures.
Okay.
I made sure I do the coursework right.
All right.
And then spent over 70% of my campus life in, socializing, playing basketball, composing music, hanging out.
Your life after campus, how was it? Was it easy? Did you get a job easily? How was your life after campus?
I must tell you one thing for a fact, and I'm sure so many people out there feel it. The moment you finish campus like this, it's like a switch that just changes. Yeah? You begin to feel different. You feel the burden, or you feel the weight, you feel the responsibility.
You've entered a life of responsibility.
And it happens almost as if instantly. Yeah, because I'll tell you what happened for me. Being an entrepreneur, I used to have what they call the media class. I used to teach my fellow students how to edit videos, how to do a number of things that we were taught in school. Edit videos and filming with my company name, All Star PR and Media. But I thought I would be able to continue those classes with the people that were following us in the previous years. So even after my colleagues graduated, I said, let me stay in Mukono. So I paid rent for my hostel extra past graduation.
Thinking.
My friend, the world was like, I was like an alien in the campus. This is the campus I was for 3 years. But immediately after the 3 years, I thought I would stay there longer. But I felt alienated. I had never made connections to the people below me, the other classes, except maybe the artists or something. So I felt like, what is this? It felt so weird, and I didn't stay there longer.
So it was challenging.
It was really challenging. So what I did, I actually went back home. I went back to my mother's place and re-strategized myself. A few months later, I have a friend that was an OB from my high school who had started a photography and video company, events photography and video, called Russell Pictures Entertainment. Shout outs to Julius Chizito, Marie, Abdul, Karim. He employed me and put me in charge of his video department. So I would go film videos almost every weekend. We were having an event, either a Kwanjula or a wedding.
So were you being paid for that?
Yes, I was being paid a very modest, humble beginner fee.
Yes.
Because his company was also a startup, and a startup cannot pay you industry rates. Some startups can't pay you industry rates. So yes, I began with a humble fee of about 400,000 per month. He would still provide for me lunch, and we had an office at first Maria's Galleria, then we went to Plaza on the Womb Street. And yes, I was determined. Mostly for me, it wasn't the money, but it was the ability to sit down and do something and build myself as a good camera person, as a good video editor. Yes. As we speak right now, I say I'm one of the best video editors there is in my workplace at UBC.
That's beautiful.
Because day in, day out, I was video editing. You had to learn the most efficient ways to make sure you finish someone's wedding or introduction as quickly as possible, because the next weekend you're editing something else.
I know.
Yeah, so I learned how to be a very fast video editor, a very good camera person, and somehow the space I'm in right now, these skills are actually helping me to become better. I'm actually using those skills at a lower level than I was, but they are helping me in very, very diverse ways.
Okay, so as a senior journalist, a businessman, a news anchor, a reporter, and a parent, a gospel artist, please look into the camera and talk to campus students out there, to the people still on campus. Give them what should they do to really keep in school, to keep their goals high. What advice would you give them to keep on track?
Keep on track.
Yes.
Okay. One, I must say that it all begins with God, and then discovering your purpose. There is no other way around success in life other than discovering your purpose, the purpose that God has created you for. Everybody was created for a different reason. And the first thing you need to know in discovering your purpose, or the first sign on knowing your purpose, is the talents that you have. Are you a good singer? Are you a good writer? Are you a good doctor? Do you know how to prescribe medicines, or you know how a person feels, and then you know the right way to treat them? Discovering your purpose, it might go in various sectors, in medicine, in media, in business, in ministry. It could be your church, or your ministry as a person. You must first discover your purpose, because you becoming a doctor when you were not destined to be a doctor, you are as good as dead. Yeah? Why am I saying you are as good as dead? Because if you have been gifted as a doctor, the first way you know that you are gifted is you do it with little effort, but you get a lot of returns. The results are usually bigger than the effort you put in.
Okay.
You put in little effort, but the results are big and impactful. Okay?
Yeah.
You're a musician. You just sit down and write something small and turn it into a melody. But the melody makes a lot of people emotional. You get what I mean?
Yes, I get you.
So that's the first way to know that this is where you're purposefully supposed to be. Okay? The small things you do for the greater returns. Now, when you get into your purpose, trust on the Lord and listen to the word. Get someone to motivate you every day. Get a mentor. You must have a mentor. If you do not have a mentor, you're going to do what you need to do in a longer period of time. But when you have a mentor, you do that he did in 15 years, perhaps in 5 years. Because he will teach you the mistakes that you shouldn't do.
Yeah.
He will teach you the paths that you should take, that he took or that he avoided.
Okay.
Yeah, that mentor, the role of the mentor.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think those two are the first things that I would inspire anybody in campus to do. One, discover your purpose, basing on the talents and gifts that you have, the things that you can do so simply that end up doing bigger things for other people. And then the second is get a mentor. The mentor will help you summarize what they learned in 15 years in just about 5 years. Yes.
Okay. One more last question. How do you manage to handle all these responsibilities? Reporting, anchoring news, sometimes businessman, you're a parent, an artist. So how do you manage that?
The answer goes back into my inspiration tip that I gave on finding your purpose. Because someone will look at me being a musician, someone will look at me being a news anchor or a journalist, someone will look at me being a businessman, will look at me being a father, a parent, a husband, and be like, wow, that's a lot. But I discovered my purpose, that these are the areas I've been gifted to do,
Yes.
And I do so little, but I realize that through the people that give me feedback, they're like, wow, you're doing big things, and yet at your heart you're doing something little.
Yeah.
So I feel like discovering your purpose is the root of it all. when you discover your purpose, the things you will be able to do, you will not even be able to, you will not be able to even be able to hold yourself back.
Oh, yeah.
You can't hold yourself back.
Yeah, you keep on pushing.
No, you won't. No, it will be automatic. It's not. It won't even be you pushing yourself.
I get
The only
now.
motivation, you'll be like, you wake up every morning feeling like you need to do what you have to do, and the moment you do it, the results just keep multiplying and compounding.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Wadulo Mark, for that. As a student, for when I'm still a student, I've learned a lot from you. I've learned a lot to be prayerful and not to lose faith, to keep going.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being on the campus media. Thank you for those inspirational words. Yeah. Thank you so much for subscribing to my YouTube channel. Thank you for staying on the campus media. Please subscribe, view, and comment. Bye bye.